Hey y'all, so things are coming along. This is kind of neat. Check these out, pole beans coming in, climbing and climbing. Look at this. So I had talked briefly in one of the last videos about Hyacinthoides hispanica, wood hyacinth, this little guy right here. And look at that. So after all that flowering, after those long stalks, and then of course the flowers all dried out, and what we have here are the seeds for next season. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take them and dump them out on this rock. Oh, look how cool that is. What? Nature, man. Look at this. That is so neat. So I'm gonna gather up the rest of these and I'm gonna spread them all about. I'm gonna throw them all around under the Japanese maple because they can grow basically in full shade. They can grow all over the place. We have them over in the wall garden. We've got them sort of around the fence over here by the Japanese maple, and right here under this flowering gardenia, or this one's about to flower. But it's a great time of year. Things are warming up. Things are starting to come in. I'm gonna pull the rest of these off here and get spreading them around the garden. This means that next year I'll have just a slew of growths of nice wood hyacinth with those tiny little flowers, very fragrant, very beautiful. Okay, look at this. So cool. These itty bitty little seeds are gonna make all these plants and pretty flowers. And then as I'm picking this, I see this guy right here. Another one right across the lane. And it is chock full of these little seeds. So this is the good thing about having some space or a garden that can you can see over a couple of seasons. I lived in New York for years, and when I was living there, I didn't really have any space, you know. So I grew things in pots, and I would often do this. I did this with a lemon plant a couple of times, where I just bought an organic lemon, and then I soaked the seeds for a couple of days until they opened up, and then I put those in some soil and grew a little lemon plant. It never, of course, turned into a tree, but if you clustered the plant together and you could smell the lemon, it was so nice. So it's kind of neat to be able to take the seeds from a flower that I enjoyed so much this year, and they were some of the first in spring to show up. And I'm gonna plant them just all around. I'm just gonna sprinkle them sort of willy-vanilly, if you will, and see where they end up popping up next year. And eventually, if you can do this with all sorts of fruit and flowers and trees, you should be able to fill your garden space with all sorts of beautiful things. I found growing over by my potatoes, on our sort of compost-ish heap, a cucumber plant just growing in, I guess from some sort of seed that I had put either in the compost last year or something, but it just popped up. So it's looking good. My goal is to be able to have a garden that, you know, first year garden, second year garden, it's still a lot of little things. I mean, I got lilies coming in and stuff, but because we don't get a whole lot of sun back here, I'm still finding my way. But a 10-year, a 12-year, a 15-year, a 20-year, 25-year garden, that sort of thing will run itself. Maintenance through function is the name of the game. So if you can create something that like a garden where the plants in it want to grow, where they are with each other, then you're creating something really beautiful. So this is what I think about when I think about the potential of these itty bitty little seeds, is that next year there will be more flowers, and then the following year there will be even more flowers, and then eventually there will be so many flowers we can have them in our home, have them in our hair, have them in the garden, give them to each other as gifts. I want to be the kind of person where wherever I walk, flowers grow.